morning, students. Today we are going to see about our second lesson. Our second lesson is the nervous system. This is the first part of the lesson. Content. These are the things which we are going to discuss about in this lesson. The introduction of nervous system, the brain and its parts, the spinal cord, the nerves and the sense organs. Let us see the lesson. First, introduction of nervous system. It is the most important and complex system in our body. It controls the sense organs and other organs in our body. A large interconnected network of nerves that runs to the body, similar to a network of roads that connects the various parts of the city. Let me explain in briefly. It is the important and complex system in our body. So it is very important system in our body. It controls all the other systems. It will watch, it will send or receive signals, and it will controls all the other sense organs and other organ systems. There are many organ systems in our body. Some of them are the respiratory system, the digestive system, the reproductive system. All those things are some of the other organ systems. So it controls all the other organ systems in our body. It consists of a large interconnected network of nerves that runs throughout the body. So a large network of nerves that runs throughout the whole body, which was similar to what? Similar to the network of nerves that connects the various parts of the city. Yes, when the roads in the small villages are connected to the roads of the big city. Likewise, there are many more small nerves in the body that was connected to the main nerve. Let us see how it was connected and how it was working. The brain, the spinal cord, the nerves forms the nervous system. Through the network of nerves, the brain monitors and control every parts of the body. The brain uses these nerves to send and receive signals or messages. So, these are the three important parts of the nervous system. What are the three important parts? The brain, the spinal cord and the nerves are the important parts of the nervous system. Through the network of nerves, the brain monitors and controls every part of the body. So, the brain is watching whether all the other organ system and all the other parts are working properly. Through the network of nerves, it was having a large amount of network of nerves. Through that nerves, the brain was watching whether all the other organ system was working properly, each and every part of the body. And what is the work of the brain? The brain uses these nerves to send and receive signals or messages. Yes. So the brain, what it will do? It will send messages through which? Through the nerves. Through the nerves it will send messages, and it will again receive the messages from the parts of the body which was performing an activity. So the brain uses these nerves to send and receive signals or messages. Next, look at the picture. This is the nervous system of our body. See here, all these nerves are interconnected. There are many nerves in our body. They are interconnected to one another. See, this is one nerve and it was having many branches in it. So, it is interconnected with one another. And finally, all these nerves are connected to the brain or the spinal cord. So, the brain and the spinal cord is very important in our body, because it is connecting all the nerves towards it. This is the nervous system of our body. Let us see the next one. Yes, the next one is the brain. The brain is one of the essential part of the body. It works like CPU of a computer. It receives messages from different parts of our body. It processes them and sends back the signals to the respective body parts. The brain is located inside the heart skull, and the skull protects the brain from the injuries. The fluid present between the skull and the brain act as the shock absorber and protects from getting injured. See the first point, the brain is one of the essential part of the body. It is very important part of the body. If any organ is any damaged or any injured, we can try to replace that part, but we can't try to replace the brain of one person, because it is very important part of our body, because it will sense, it controls the whole body. How it works? It works like a CPU of a computer. We all know CPU is called as the brain of the computer. So it works like CPU of the computer. It will receive messages from different parts of the body. So already I said it will receive message from different parts of the body through the nerves, and it processes them. It takes some time and processed and send back the signals to the respective body parts. All these process will done within a fraction of second. So when any messages comes from any part of the body, the brain accept that messages and process them and send back again the signal to their body parts. And where the brain is located? The brain is located inside the hard skull. So it is the head part of our body. It is located inside the skull. What is the work of the skull? Already we seen in the first lesson. The skull protects the brain from getting injured. Yes, the skull protects the brain from getting injured. There will be a liquid present between the skull and the brain, which act as the shock absorber and protects from getting injured. So between the skull and the brain there will be a liquid present. Okay, there will be a fluid present which protects the brain from getting injured, and it also acts as a shock absorber. If any shocking news comes, means so that fluid will control it, so the brain won't get damaged, and protects from getting injured, and it also protecting from getting injured. So these are the important points of the brain. The next, this is the part of the brain. Look at the picture. This is the brain. These are the important parts of the brain. The brain has three important parts. They are the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the medulla. The medulla is also called as the brain stem. So the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the medulla. So this is the part of the brain. This part is called, this big part, this brown color part is called as cerebrum, and this violet color or pink color part is called as cerebellum, and this part is, this light color part is called as medulla or brain stem. Cerebrum, cerebellum, and the brain stem. Let us see each part in brief. See, look at the picture here. This part is called as the cerebrum. This part which we are seeing here, this brown color part is given here expandedly. Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, looks like walnut shape with deep ridges and grooves. It is composed of right and left hemispheres. See, this is the very biggest part of the brain on comparing the other parts. See, look at this picture. So on comparing the medulla or the cerebellum, so this cerebrum is the very biggest part in the brain. So it is the largest part of the brain, looks like a walnut shape. See, it is looking like a walnut. Looks like a walnut shape with deep ridges and grooves. Deep ridges and grooves is nothing but the shape. This shape, it was like this shape. It was given as deep ridges and grooves. It not looking like a smooth surface. It is looking like somewhat having ridges and grooves, and it is composed of right and left hemispheres. So there are two parts. It is divided into two, the right and the left hemispheres. So it is divided like this. Okay, it performs higher functions like touching, vision, and hearing. Okay, so it is performing very important function, which was touching, vision, and hearing, as well as speech, reasoning, emotions, control of movements, or thinking, memory, sense organs, learning ability are controlled by cerebrum. So these are the functions which was controlled by the cerebrum. The first, like touching. If we touch any smooth or rough surface, means, or if we touch any cool or hot pan or hot things, anything, means we will be able to take our hand suddenly from that surface. That is because the signal will be sent to the cerebrum. In the brain it was sent to the cerebrum, and the cerebrum will send the message. Okay, and vision and hearing, while we are watching TV. Okay, simultaneously we are seeing and hearing. We are having the vision and hearing. All these things which we can able to hear is because of the cerebrum. Speech, reasoning, emotions. So while giving speech, while giving a continuous speech. Some people are able to talk nearly more than 1 hour. Some people can't able to talk like that. So this is because of the cerebrum. This is because of the function of the cerebrum. Reasoning, emotions. Some people will have the emotion very much, like crying. If anyone scold a little means they will start crying. Some people won't cry at all. So this is because the control of the cerebrum. And the control of movements like walking, running, all those things will comes under movement. Or thinking. So our thinking is done in where? The cerebrum of the brain. Our thinking, memory, sense organs. So our thinking and the memory. Our memory is stored in cerebrum. So it is very, very important part of the body. And learning ability. Learning ability are also controlled by cerebrum. If we are having more memory means the cerebrum works very fast. And the sense organs are also controlled by cerebrum. So all those things are controlled by cerebrum. See, look at the picture. I explain once again. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Looks like a walnut shaped. See, the shape of the cerebrum looks like a walnut shape with deep ridges and grooves. It is composed of the right and the left hemispheres, and these are the functions which was controlled by the cerebrum. The next part. The next is the cerebellum. See here, this is the brain, this is the cerebrum, and this part, it is given like this lines. Now this part is called as cerebellum. Cerebellum is located below the cerebrum towards the back of the brain. See here, this cerebellum is located below the cerebrum. It is located down part, okay, below the cerebrum towards the back of the brain. This is the front portion of the brain and this is the back portion of the brain. It is smaller in size than cerebrum. So already we had studied about cerebrum. It is the biggest part of the brain. On comparing the cerebrum, the cerebellum is the smallest part. What is the function of the cerebrum? It receives the information from sensory systems, the spinal cord and the other parts of the brain, and regulates the motor movements such as maintaining our posture and balance, coordination and speech, resulting in smooth and balanced muscular activities. Okay, this cerebellum, it receives the information from the sensory system. It receives the information from the sensory system, the spinal cord and other parts of the brain. So it receives the signal from these parts of the body, the sensory system, the spinal cord and the other part of the brain. Other part is nothing but the cerebellum or the medulla or some other, okay, other parts of the brain, and regulates the motor movements such as maintaining our posture and balance. Maintaining our posture and balance is nothing but while we are standing straight, our body is maintained in a straight position, and our balance while we are walking or running, our body balance is maintained by the cerebellum in the brain. Coordination and speech, resulting in smooth and balanced muscular activity. So all those muscular activity are controlled by the cerebellum. So it is very smaller in size than compared to cerebrum, and it receives the signals and it does the balanced muscular activity. And the next part is the medulla. This is the medulla part. See, look at the picture here. This is the medulla or the brainstem. This part is called as the medulla or the brainstem. The medulla oblongata is also called as medulla. Is a stem-shaped structure connecting the brain to the spinal cord. So it is located under the brain. It is like a stem-shaped structure. What is its work? It connects the brain to the spinal cord. Okay, so it connects the brain to the spinal cord. It controls the involuntary activities. So it controls the involuntary activities such as breathing, blood circulation, digestion, sneezing, swallowing and vomiting. So these activities we can't control. Already I said the involuntary function. Yes, So these are some of the involuntary activities which we can't control, like breathing, blood circulation, digestion, sneezing, swallowing and vomiting. So all these functions are controlled, okay, are controlled by medulla. So it gets signals from the particular body part. It works while we are sleeping also. While we are sleeping also, it will do their work to give a peaceful sleep. So the medulla is also called as medulla oblongata. It is a stem shaped structure connecting the brain to the spinal cord. It controls the involuntary activities such as breathing, blood circulation, digestion, sneezing, swallowing and vomiting. It works while we are asleep also. So while we are sleeping, the medulla will do their work. Okay. And the next is the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves surrounded and protected by vertebral column. It originates from the medulla extending to the lower end of the backbone. So where it originates? From the medulla. See here, I already said it is the stem of the brain connecting the spinal cord. So it extends to the hip region. So see here, so it extends. This part is called as the medulla. So and the backbone, the spinal cord is connected here and it extends from the down to the hip region. It originates from the medulla extending to the lower end of the backbone. This is called as the backbone, and this spinal cord will be extended to the lower end of the backbone. And the spinal cord connects the brain to other parts of the body through nerves. So this spinal cord is connected to the brain and to the other parts of the body through nerves. By which they are connected? Through nerves. It transfers the important information between the brain to other parts of the body. So how the brain transfers the information, likewise the spinal cord also transfers the information between the brain to other parts of the body. The reflex actions are directly controlled by the spinal cord without the involvement of brain. Reflex action, I'll tell about reflex action in the next one. So this reflex action is directly controlled by the spinal cord without the involvement of brain. So the brain won't involve in this action, only the spinal cord will involve. So let me explain in detail. The spinal cord is a bundle of nerves that is surrounded and protected by the vertebral column. It originates from the medulla and extends almost till the lower end of the backbone. So it originates from the medulla and extends to the lower end of the backbone. The spinal cord connects the brain to other parts of the body through the network of nerves. So it connects the brain to other parts of the body through the nerves. It helps in transferring all the information between the brain and the rest of the body. So all the information between the brain and the other parts of the body was sent through the spinal cord. The reflex action was directly controlled by the spinal cord without the involvement of brain. Without the involvement of brain, the reflex action was controlled by the spinal cord. Okay, once again I repeat all those things which we discussed here, and few questions was given here. You try to answer these questions. The introduction of nervous system. It is the most important and the complex system in our body. It controls the sense organs and other organ systems in our body. A large interconnected network of nerves that runs throughout the body, similar to the network of nerves that connects various parts of the city. The brain, the spinal cord and the nerves work together to form the nervous system. So all these are the three important things in the nervous system, and it was interconnected network of nerves that runs throughout our entire body. So it is interconnected network of nerves. So it is connected internally. network of nerves that runs throughout our entire body. So these nerves run throughout the body, and it is similar to the network of roads that connects the various parts of the city, like how the roads in the villages are connected to the main city road. Likewise, it is connected to the various parts of a city. It is through the network of nerves that the brain monitors and controls every part of the body. So it is how it was connecting. It is through the network of nerves that the brain will monitor. So the brain will monitor all the other parts of the body, whether it was performing the activity properly. And the brain used to send and receive signals through the nerves. So the brain uses these nerves to send and receive signals or messages. This is the picture of the nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord. All these nerves are internally connected to one another. When one nerve was getting any injured or damaged, the whole body will get affected. So this is the nervous system of our body. The next is the brain. The brain is one of the most essential part of the body. It works very much like the CPU of a computer. So it is very important part of the body and similar to the CPU of a computer. Likewise, how the CPU controls all the activities of a computer, the brain also controls all the activities of the body. The work of the brain is it receives messages from different parts of the body and process them and send back the instructions to their respective body parts. So it will get signals from other parts of the body and also send these signals to the parts of the body. And where the brain is located? The brain is located inside the heart skull, and the skull work of the skull is protected from the injuries. Yes. The fluid present between the brain and the skull acts as a shock absorber and protects from getting injured. So there is a fluid present between the brain and the skull. It absorbs excess of shock which was given to the brain. So it won't disturb the function of the brain and protects from getting injured. It protects from getting injured, and these are the important parts of the brain. The three parts are the cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla. Medulla or brainstem or medulla oblongata. The cerebrum, the cerebellum and the medulla. Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Looks like a walnut shape with deep ridges and grooves. It is composed of the right and left hemispheres. So it is the largest part of the brain. It looks like how? It looks like a walnut shape. Walnut shape having deep ridges and grooves. It is not having a plain surface. It is having a deep ridges and grooves, and it is composed of the right and left hemispheres. It is divided into two parts, the right and the left hemispheres, and it performs higher functions like touching, vision, hearing as well as speech. These are the functions which was controlled by the cerebrum. They are the reasoning, emotions, control of movements, thinking, memory, sense organs control, learning ability. So these are the things which was controlled by the cerebrum. The next is cerebellum. The cerebellum is located below the cerebrum towards the back of the bone. So it is located here. It is located at the back of the bone. This part is called as cerebellum, and it is much smaller in size than cerebrum. On comparing to cerebrum, this cerebellum is smaller in size. The cerebellum receives the information from the sensory systems, the spinal cord and other parts of the brain, and regulates the motor movements such as maintaining our posture and balance, coordination and speech, resulting in smooth and balanced muscular activities. So our muscular activity like running or swimming, all those things are controlled by the cerebellum of our brain. It will send signal to the muscles which is going to act. And the next is the medulla. The medulla oblongata is also called as medulla. It is a stem-shaped structure connecting the brain to the spinal cord. It is located below the brain, and it connects this brain to the spinal cord, and it controls the involuntary activities such as breathing, blood circulation, digestion, sneezing, swallowing and vomiting. All these involuntary activities are controlled only by the medulla, and while we are sleeping also this medulla will do their work. And next is the spinal cord. The spinal cord is nothing but a bundle of nerves surrounded and protected by the vertebral column. Already we seen in the first lesson about the backbone. So the backbone protects the spinal cord, so that is called as the vertebral column. It protects the spinal cord to getting injured. It originates from the medulla extending to lower end of the backbone. So the spinal cord is originating from the medulla. So continuation of the medulla extending to the lower end of the backbone, and this spinal cord connects the brain to other parts of the body through nerves. So this work of the spinal cord is connection of the brain to the nerves to other parts of the body, and it transfers the information between the brain to other parts of the body. It is also connecting to the parts of the body and transfers the information between the brain to other parts of the body. And the reflex actions are directly controlled by the spinal cord without the involvement of brain. Reflex action I will explain you later. It was controlled by the spinal cord, so that is controlled by the spinal cord without the involvement of brain. So the brain no need to involve in the process of reflex action. So the reflex action is controlled only by the spinal cord. See here, a few questions are given here. You try to answer these questions. It is the largest part of the brain. The first question is, it is the largest part of the brain. You just think and take a paper and try to write the answers. I'll explain the answers now. You try to answer these questions. It is the largest part of brain. The second one is, it is the part of brain that controls the heartbeat. The heartbeat is the involuntary function. So it is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. And the third question is, it is the organ that acts like the CPU of the computer. It is the organ that acts like the CPU of computer. And the fourth one is, it controls the muscle movement. Now only I said about that. It controls the muscle movement. And the fifth one is, it is the organ system that controls all other organ system. It is the organ system that controls all other organ system. I repeat the questions again. The first question is, it is the largest part of the brain. What it is? It is the largest part of the brain. The second question, it is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. It is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. The third question is, it is the organ that acts like the CPU of a computer. It is the organ that acts like the CPU of the computer. And the fourth one is, it controls the movement, muscle movement. It controls the muscle movement. And the fifth question is, it is the organ system that controls all the other organ system. It is the organ system that controls all the other organ system. Let me explain the answers. The first one is cerebrum. So, the cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Cerebrum, C-E-R-E-B-R-U-M, cerebrum is the largest part of brain. Write the question along with the answer, or you try to take a screenshot of these two slides. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. The second one, it is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. That is medulla. M-E-D-U-L-L-A, medulla. So the medulla controls the heartbeat. So heartbeat is an involuntary function. It is controlled by the medulla. M-E-D-U-L-L-A, medulla. The third one is, it is the organ that acts like the CPU of the computer. What is that? Brain. B-R-A-I-N, brain. Fourth one, it controls the muscle movement. It controls the muscle movement. What it is? Cerebellum. So the cerebellum controls the muscle movement. C-E-R-E-B-E-L-L-U-M, cerebellum. C-E-R-E-B-E-L-L-U-M, cerebellum. So it controls the muscle movement of the body. It is the organ system that controls all other organ system. What it is? Nervous system. So the nervous system controls all the other organ system. Nervous system. N-E-R-V-O-U-S, nervous, S-Y-S-T-E-M, system. Nervous system. So now read the answers along with the questions. What is the first answer? Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Instead of all these you put the answer and read. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Medulla is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. Medulla is the part of the brain that controls the heartbeat. Brain is the organ they act like the CPU of the computer. Brain is the organ that acts like the CPU of computer. Cerebellum controls the muscle movement. Cerebellum. Cerebellum controls the muscle movement. Nervous system is the organ system that controls all other organ system. Nervous system is the organ system that controls all the other organ system. Now I am giving you one activity. This is very easy activity. You can try. Ram is completing his maths homework. Ram is a boy. He is completing his maths homework. He is thinking hard to solve the problems. So what he is doing? He is thinking hard to solve the problems to find the answers for the questions. Which part of the brain do you think he is using? Which part of the brain do you think he is using? In the same paper where you write the question and the answers, put activity 1 and write the answer alone. Answer alone. You just think and write. Ram is completing his maths homework. He is thinking hard to solve the problems. Which part of the brain do you think he is using? Okay. See the activity 2. See here, nice. It is looking nice to see. I had given you one puzzle. Okay. All the words are given here. All these words. See the question. Find all the words in the block below on the word search. Take all the letters remaining in the word search to complete the well-known proverb written below. See here, these words are given here. You should want to find these words in this blocks. Okay. For example, skull, skull. Find the word here. Where is the skull present? Skull, it was here. skull. It was present here. So you should want to strike this word. You see this picture and take a screenshot, and later you copy this words which was given here in a paper and write these words near the block. And when you are finding one word, you just strike the word. Skull, it was here. skull. Now strike this word and find the next word. Find the next. Like this, you should want to find all these words in the block. Okay. After striking all these words, there will be a few words left in the block. Take that few words and try to form a proverb. See here, it was given here. The only few letters of the proverb was given here. You should want to frame the proverb from which the letters you are collected from here. See, from the letters here collected, you should want to frame the proverb and try to complete this proverb. This is the activity. This is a thinking activity. After completing this activity, you just think and see which part of the brain you are using to do this activity. I once again tell which part of the brain you are using to do this activity. For that, put number 2 here. After completing this, put number 2 and write the answer there. I'll once again tell how to complete this. The instruction was given here. Already it was given here, but I repeat once again. The question was given here. The words was given here along with the spelling. You try to find that words in these blocks. For example, skull, skull. The first word I had find here. And the second word, clavicle, clavicle. Find the word here. And after finding this, see here, see the second word, clavicle. The word it was here. After finding this, you strike that word. And like that, find all the words. After striking all the words, you will be able to, there will be few words left behind. And combine that words and complete this proverb. This is the activity which was given. This activity is called as thinking activity. Okay. So in this lesson, the first part of this lesson, we had seen about the introduction of the nervous system, the brain, the parts of the nervous system and the spinal cord. Okay, let us see the remaining parts. That is the part 2 of the lesson afterwards. Thank you.